The lease I took on about 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago. Lots of people have made comments about how it's good to finally see the building back in use. I think obviously the building is surrounded by residential houses, so they've looked at a boarded up building for 16 or 17 years. So I think they were very pleased that it became something, and it's fresh lick of paint, new doors and windows, and it has some use, and hopefully it has some use for some of them themselves as well. I mean, it was challenging. There's a few aspects to it. I mean, as far as I understand, I think the building used to be a coach house before it became solely a toilet block, and I think it's from either late 1920s or early 1930s, so you can imagine the outside of the building is fairly aged. So there were a few things where we were having to do some repair work on the brickwork and the outer shell of it, but also things like turning up and thinking that there'd be power supplied to the building still, and there wasn't. Water had to be reconnected, so there were a few big hurdles to overcome. And obviously, being a recording studio, you're going to make noise. So one of the other major hurdles is you have to deal with being able to reduce your sound in a building like this down to a respectable level for the residents. But that was fine because it was doable, and it was achieved. So they can't hear it at all.
The council has a property strategy which was put in place a few years ago now, and we've had already examples of how to make best use of the strategies. We've already had some former public conveniences in Walton which were turned into a recording studio, which used to be an eyesore for the people that live there. And it is our aim to do the same alongside other public conveniences which have been declared surplus to requirement. The next one that we've got our sight on is the one in Ipswich Road, which was approved by committee on last Wednesday, that the public convenience will become a hub, will give the local residents a point where they can use public convenience if they need to, and also turn the building into something that, again, the community will be pleased to use. In this case, will be a tea room and a coffee shop.